Welcome to Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started with our celebrity reading with Gabbie Hanna today. Go ahead, hit subscribe, get all that junk out of the way. The rest of the information will be at the end of this reading, and make sure you check out that upload at the end of the reading. Also, go click on it and share on your social media, and hopefully it aligns. Other than that, we are going to get started. I'm going to go over, I wasn't going to, but I'm going to go over this just for a minute. But I think it's important to talk about it. And I think it's also important to talk about specific things about the Gabbie Hanna TikTok drama soap opera. Okay, so I'm going to go over her astrology first. She was born in Pennsylvania, United States, February 7th, 1991. Her name is Gabbie Hanna. She is a YouTube phenomenon who had a channel that had earned over 5 million subscribers. So she's also known for posting pranks, challenges, vlogs, storytime videos, and rants. She's an Aquarius, Sagittarius moon sign. So there we are with that. What I want to do is go over kind of what happened. Okay. So I'm just going to go over this, not in specific detail, but just kind of like skim over the situation. Apparently she had been uploading like a ton of TikTok videos claiming that her home had been broken into and that she was sent into psych evaluation as viewers continue to express concern for the influencer. She is an OG YouTuber and TikTok star. She's an author, a musician who has kind of sparked worry from her fan base over the past few days. And the drama actually started when she suddenly uploaded over 100 videos on TikTok on the 23rd of August after a fan mocked her for saying that she wanted to save the world. So that's kind of where it started. So the YouTuber posted a bunch of emotional videos shortly afterwards where she was actually discussing topics like religion, race. It was like, you know, all of these visions and views and even starving babies. Sorry, the starving babies was funny because I watched a TikTok and there was a meme. It's not great. This is not great, whatever is going on with her. It's either or. It's not like a great situation, but we'll get into that after this. Viewers did take to comment sections asking the influencer to get help, worried that her mental health, especially after one particular video that she screamed, "Help me," into a mirror. So shortly thereafter, Hannah's sister took to social media to explain the situation, claiming that her family, they are actually doing what they can be done, but from where they were living. And as they are in Pennsylvania and Hanna is actually in LA. So on August 25th, she uploaded another bunch of videos on TikTok, about 30 of them at the time, writing in some of which she claimed her home was broken into. And at first, Hanna said the man came into her door asking to use a bathroom. She then let the man in and noted that he had declined her offer for coffee, as he must have realized that he'd be leaving his DNA behind. That's not all, though. She also stated that she was cuffed and detained by 5 officers who busted into her house through the back door because something to do with exercising her free speech and religion. So that she had claimed that she was dragged off to the hospital by 2 psych evals. But luckily, I'm smart, educated, and kind and brave is what she indicated. And that's why she got off on the psych eval. I don't know if that's a thing, but like, I don't know if you can get off that because you're smart and brave. I think not, but that's just me. The video follows another clip the day prior where she actually claimed that her house had been broken into, again with no additional information at that point. So she had actually reported comments worried about her health, such as one where a viewer claimed she was in a manic state. Another video Hanna uploaded included talking of archangels and miracles. So Gabbie Hanna claims she's lost access to Twitter and Instagram accounts. So in one of her final uploads, she claimed that my dad told me to say that I no longer had access on Twitter or Instagram accounts because I didn't want it. She then fell into laughter before finishing her statement, captioning the video, "I think she's about to perform a miracle, but I'm not too sure." It's unclear of her use of dad in the video, meaning her biological father or not, or any of that stuff. For now, viewers are continuing to send their support to the star in the wake of the mass TikTok uploads, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So my only issue here, the reason I didn't actually want to do a reading on her, I've done a reading on Gabbie Hanna before, and I think like it was one of my first celebrity readings actually. She was kind of like in the news at the time then too, and that was like a year or so ago. But so you can check that out on the playlist. That is one of the first celebrity readings I did. But I literally have an issue with this again because I feel like she's already catching way too much shit for the situation, for just being whatever she is at this moment. Okay. She may not be her regular self, but she is, you know, who she is at this moment. So, again, she's getting a lot of shit on TikTok for it. A lot of people are talking about it. What I want to say is hopefully it'll be pretty clear and to the point. I in no way think that I am a professional. I in no way think that I am a doctor. I'm in no way in any shape or form to diagnose anybody. And I want to make that very fucking clear. And I think that the people on TikTok who are pretending to be doctors or who are, you know, just giving their opinion without being asked, I mean, especially on being manic or being schizophrenic or being bipolar or like, it doesn't fucking matter. It's not your fucking business, for one. I know she's a public person, but this literally is not something you want to make worse. I feel like she's going to keep hearing all of this stuff and she's already hearing a bunch of shit in her head. You know what I mean? She's already paranoid. These things are very clear by the way that she's acting. And like, there's a lot of rambling, a lot of like, fucked up like conversation. Like, I can't even follow it. But what I wanted to say here is that you are not a doctor. So this is an FYI to all of the people who have stated what she has. You are not anybody to diagnose. And if you are a doctor, shame on you for diagnosing or pretending to diagnose somebody on TikTok and making things potentially worse. I think everybody should back the fuck off is what I think. And I also think you should never try to self-diagnose. You should never try diagnosing anybody. And I definitely do believe that you are enhancing or making things a little bit worse by adding to what she probably is already thinking, if that makes sense. So you're really adding to the negativity, the negative thinking, the negative dialogue, logic, non-logic, whatever it might be. You're fucking making it worse. Let's just say that. I don't give a shit if you're like, well, I don't care. I think you should stop talking. I think that you're not a doctor. And I think you're on a phone not talking to anybody. You're pretending to diagnose somebody who you don't fucking know, who you don't have a degree to do that to. I think you're just as crazy. Like, you're pretending to be somebody you're not also. So shut up. Shut the fuck up. That's how I feel. Shut the fuck up. If you have some shit to say on somebody's mental illness or mental health, keep it to yourself. This I take personally. I do. My mom had mental illness. I have a whole bunch of family who has mental illness. I've even dealt with it from time to time. I really think people benefit when people shut the fuck up. Okay? Just let her go to the doctor. Let her do what she needs to do. She'll get diagnosed. She'll take her medicine. She'll do whatever she needs to do. But you, ma'am or sir or whoever the fuck, you don't get an opinion. You don't get to diagnose anybody. I mean, if you're going to diagnose somebody or, you know, get involved, do it with Britney Spears, but don't play favorites. Don't be like, oh my God, I'm so concerned. Are you? You're not fucking concerned. You're nosy. You're an asshole. Just shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. Okay, that's it. That's all I got to say. I just think it's really infuriating to hear people say, well, I think she's manic. Well, I think she's schizophrenic. Well, guess what? It doesn't fucking matter. You're actually making things worse. You're adding to her already piled on thoughts. Shut the fuck up. That's it. Hi, Reagan. I was just talking about Gabbie Hanna. Remember I told you I was very upset about that? I was very upset about this last night. I just think it's really crazy that people keep calling her crazy. It's like, nobody has the right to be doing that. And if you're doing that to like really push the envelope with that situation, shame the fuck on you. Okay. Let's get into a current reading for Gabbie Hanna. I can already kind of guess, but I haven't heard or seen any videos. I don't know. You can leave a comment if you've seen any videos today or if any of the news popped up about her. I don't know. I haven't checked in on the Gabbie Hanna situation. So Let's get into it though. And I'm sorry, and half the shit she was saying, it was some shit like somebody who's waking up, but like it's just like very intense, and it really fucked her up. That's how it looks and feels to me, but it also looks and feels like a bunch of different other shit too. Okay, let's get into this reading and we'll find out. Okay, so the imagination, dreams are very high in energy as well as images. She also currently is in a place where almost like death would be an illusion. So death would not be something that she's worried about right now. It's not probably something that is on her mind or in her thinking, because this is just indicating that it's just like it would be more of an illusion. She doesn't really, everything's probably that right now anyway. But I do feel like there is a ton of fucking willpower though. She has a lot of willpower in her energy, and that is current. So this is all current. And I feel like she's definitely vibing on the fact that things are aligning, because whatever you are bringing in. So she's manifesting, she's calling in some power. She's definitely in a place where she's almost like thinking she's a witch, or, you know, like she thinks that, you know, there's no death or whatever she's thinking. She's literally in an imaginary place almost, if that makes sense. But there's that willpower that really grounds her still. I do feel really bad for her. Like I'm like sick to my stomach about this, honestly. Let's find out a little more here. No, girl. Don't be asking for food on YouTube. I will talk to you when I'm done. I literally need to do this reading. I cannot have you asking for pizza right now because I am hungry. All right, here we go. Oh, I thought you were asking for pizza. I'll talk to you about a sleepover when I come out. Probably, though. All right, so let's find out what the most immediate, biggest concern is at this point, okay? Let's just find out there. I do feel like there is some situation. This could have something to do with her job or her money, her financials, or the reliability in her life. There's definitely some sort of a completion that is, you know, kind of around her right now, and it's probably the biggest obstacle. So some sort of an ending or a completion on a project, maybe something that she was really, really focused on, something that she gave a lot of time and energy to. So however that resonates. Let's find out the influences around that. Why is there a completion? What is going on there? So it was a positive thing. It wasn't like a bad thing. It was, you know, it ended on a good note. So there was nothing bad going on there. There is some sort of kind of like walking away from some sort of family member, love. This could be a relationship. This definitely could have something to do with a water sign so far. Let's find out a little bit more about this. So there is some almost like kind of like folding into the anxieties or the things that are underneath the surface of things. Okay. So like she's going towards the shadow. She's walking towards the other side of things instead of staying and hanging out in a really serene, calm, loving, emotional place. She's walking away from all of that, if that makes sense. Okay. So even family members, it could be. So whatever comes out here, I want to find out. Okay. And what's influencing that is the lack of growth and the lack of like, it could even be change. I just feel like there's definitely some sort of a situation here. Now, this could have just been like her family, her community. This could have been even a relationship that they all, you know, how she was brought in. Whatever was influencing her to walk away from love was definitely because there was no change. There was no growth. Okay. This could have even been just too intense and like not aware, not enough aware. This could have even been really uncaring and kind, I'm feeling. Let's get one more card. It's definitely doing. Okay. Yeah. So it's the likelihood ending situation of this relationship or whatever was going on in this relationship is just her kind of walking away from it, just walking away so that she can get into a place where she's more into, you know, the inner guru, like listening to her own self, not having to stay within lines. Okay. Just really pushing the envelope, really going against the grain here is kind of where she's headed. I mean, honestly, like this is not something she wanted. She doesn't want normal. This is nothing traditional. Nothing traditional is what she's looking for. She's not looking to see everyday shit. She wants to see what it is. She wants to see what's real. She wants to be awake. And these are very hot topics too when it comes to any of these videos that she's uploaded, which is at least 200 by this point. Let's find out the biggest obstacle here that she is facing. Okay. So the biggest obstacle is the lack of balance. Okay, completely. The inspiration is there for her. The balance, the flow of emotion, the nurturing, the love, those things are all a real thing for her. Okay, let me just state that. When we're talking about cards and we're talking about how this could be an issue, this is just, the issue is that this is lack of, though. So she's actually in a place where the inspiration is pretty low in energy, the nurturing, the balancing. There's an over intensity of emotion, and the inspiration, again, it's just, that's something that's very important to her, but that is very much in a very low fucking space. Okay. I do feel like the things that are influencing this situation is some information that she might have gotten. Somebody might have handed her some sort of an information, like through an envelope. Maybe somebody was like, hey, I'm going to text you all of this information. All of these things are true. I want you to listen to this. Okay. So that honestly could have been a huge obstacle, whatever it was that she got or received. And she's, you know, holding and in place of, and, you know, kind of going over and just trying to keep her shit together because she knows something. She knows she's upset. She's in a really fucked up place now. Okay. Now this could have tipped her into that place, or it could be that maybe she was trying to wake up. You know, maybe she was woke and it was just too much for her. Kundalini awakening. Those are all types of energy things. I do know that this is a lot. This is making me uncomfortable even. I'm like getting goosebumps. I'm getting a little nauseous talking about her. Yeah, because the likely outcome of this scenario, fully, this information that she got that put her in a space, a not a good space, is definitely not balanced at all. It is not coming in fierce. It is not fucking thick with strength. It is not powerful, masculine, or, you know, in a feminine way. This is not fierce. This is the complete opposite of what she, you know, tries to be and convey. That's what this is so fucked up, because she literally thinks that, you know, in her mind, in her reality, those things are all real. That is scary. That's a scary place to be. And having the whole world say, no, you're crazy. So yeah, she is in a fucked up space. She's in a very off-putting place, off balance, no balance place. Okay. So what is it that we really need to know that is kind of fading in the past that really affects the situation also? Is there anything in the past? Okay. So some sort of beginning of something. Now this could have something to do with spiritual. Okay, so the beginning stages of something spiritual, energy work, maybe something spiritually connecting. There was some potential here. There was definitely some opportunities. The influencing situation around it is that by the ending of it, she turned away from it. Okay, so it was like she was walking away from it because she almost became cold and uncaring. And I don't know what this means. Again, I don't really follow her, but this is in the past. Okay. So this past situation has a lot to do with why she's having kind of a thing right now. I don't want to label it because we don't know what it is yet. There's a couple things it could be. So, I mean, I don't want to label it because I feel like an asshole if I do that. So whatever, you know, exciting adventure or whatever spiritual adventure she was embarking on in the past, however that resonates, she walked away from. She literally scooted on out of there, but she probably did it pretty slowly, honestly. because she was looking to build in this spiritual stuff. She was looking to build in an adventure and get it, it was exciting. I'm sure it was always exciting when it has to do with spiritual or, energy or connection. Definitely. I feel like there was definitely some sort of almost like a mood shift with the Knight of Cups in reverse. I feel like there could have even been just like an over intense emotions, over intense feelings, maybe an intensity of numbness. I mean, who the fuck knows? But I do know that she was turning away from it. So this was in the past. So however this came out, the influence was negative. So the new beginning spiritually, or like starting something and looking to build, was kind of a negative. There was negative influences on that. Could have had to do with a water or an air sign. But this person whoever this person is, she did it with somebody else. She was dealing with somebody else at the time. Okay. This person keeps popping up. And with this person, it just brought confusion. This person was cold. They were very, very much into a place of non-communication. So they weren't communicating with her properly. And that drives people nuts too. I'm not saying that that's the case, or, this could be 2 days past. This could be, 3 years ago. Who the fuck knows? This person could have very dark skin, really dark hair or black hair, air sign or water sign. I think they're really closed off, though. They don't communicate at all. They don't even express anything to each other. Yeah, this could have just, this is something that, again, it grew non-emotional. It grew very negative. Whatever this was, this new beginning, new adventure, new exciting spiritual connection, energy, person, this person coming in, they are cold, cut off. They don't talk. They're not communicating at all. Could even added to the mental blockage or the mental instability at the moment. Okay. So let's get into something. This is a difficult reading. I've never had such a hard reading. I'm trying, people. I'm really struggling. I'm really walking through mud here. I'm literally dying. I don't know what the hell. Okay. So let's find out the circumstances for her, for Gabbie. Like, where are we headed, Gabbie? Okay, she's standing, at the water. She's standing at the emotions. She's standing and she's, watching the emotions kind of go by in a really nice, calm place. Okay. She's got potential coming up. She has something, especially with whatever she does for work. She's got some growth about to happen, and all these opportunities could be coming and knocking at her door, because change is required. Growth is required. And that is what these types of episodes can do for people. They have. I've seen these things happen, and people do, when they wake up, sometimes this could happen. And Kundalini awakening, I was told, and I think I read it somewhere, that literally to kind of an over mental, this growth, this action there's needed action for sure. There's a lot of action that is needed. Now, why? Why do you say? Oh, I know why. Because the moon tipped upside down and it dumped out a bunch of shit. It dumped out a bunch of shit from underneath the surface. It was just way too much shit at one time. I'm telling you, this is crazy. That is crazy. So the action that, in an upcoming here, within the month or so, action is definitely needed. And why? Because there was so much shit that was dumped out and put onto her shoulders and onto her heart, her fucking soul, in that fucking moment, broke her. Okay. That's why she needs action moving away. She needs action moving in an adventure. She needs to get passionate about something again. She needs to focus on some sort of spiritual guidance, some sort of inspiration that she can grow with. This moon really took her for a fucking loop. She lost the light. She lost focus of the light. You can dive deep as you want into the crevices of your fucking shadow. But if you get lost in there, this kind of shit will happen. If you dive deep and you find some druggy drugs, you're going to get lost. You're going to get lost and you're going to stay there. You're going to stay there. And the moon's going to be like, what the hell? And you're going to be like, I don't know what to tell you. The anxieties, the worry, the stress, the pressure, these are all things that are underneath her surface. We all have shit under our surface. They're all different though. And underneath hers really just put her into a space where she's needing to put some action towards spiritual inspire herself to move forward, get out of whatever she's in. This is so extremely scary. It's dangerous. This is dangerous. It's dangerous as fuck. It could be, she could, I don't even want to say it. I don't want to put it out there. That's scary to me. So the likely outcome is instability here. With the Four of Wands in reverse, it's just giving me all sorts of vibes of no direction, a lot of shit about no meaning. I feel like there's definitely meaning, there's definitely direction, but the instability is making it seem less. Okay, it does not feel that way, especially with this likely outcome in the upcoming month or so. Again, there could be danger looming, there could be impulsiveness, there could be temper tantrums, kind of lashing out type of thing. And again, the instability, there's no structure, there's nothing going on here, there's no action. It's just it's the scariest. It's scary. Yeah. Because she's going to keep moving through. I mean, it's really going to fuck up her self-esteem, however this comes out. But I feel like she's going to maneuver through in a really neglectful way. And almost like, okay, yeah. So she's getting into it. She's going to need a new beginning here. Ugh. I do not want to say this card. I don't want to say this card yet. No. I just don't. Okay. I feel like, oh, shit. I do not want to say this. Okay. Because the Moon card in reverse, Four of Wands in reverse, and what is needed is kind of a big turnaround on action, big turnaround spiritually, inspire her to move somewhere else, inspire her into something different, energy-wise, love-wise, energetic. This is just, and it is, she's going to be put into a place, again, because there's been so much dumped on her, and however that got dumped, I don't know, but all the information and all of her shadow shit, all of this stuff just, and the reality of life just fucking starts hitting her, and there's panic and you can feel it off her. This has put her in a place of instability for the, a likely outcome for the next month or so. But there's also how she's maneuvering through it with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And to me, that's just like very passive, or almost like, I don't know, just like neglectful, or like almost like with a misery and a low self-esteem, and just like very passive and blah. Death in reverse. Physically, over the situation, physically, it could be, within the upcoming month. So loss around her or her. Physical loss. Yeah. So, eventually within the month or so, we will see. But as of right now, that's where things are looking for these cards. That's what the cards are showing me. That's what I'm seeing. And I don't want to, and I have not had to see that. So, this could physically, end her life. If things don't really fucking turn around, potentially. And I know you're going to be like, yeah, but that's, with every mental health case. But like within the month, for sure. And if like she's not out of that, if her family does not intervene and make things fucking stable for her, they could lose her. With Death in reverse, Knight of Pentacles, that's in reverse, the Moon in reverse. Four of Wands in reverse. This is likely not a good case scenario to me. And I know people are like, oh, it's Gabbie, Hanna. It's always the ones, though, that like we do that with. Or it's always the ones we're like, oh, we never thought. Well, you never thought with her because she cried wolf, right? So she doesn't deserve a hand. She doesn't deserve a fucking hug or, a fucking phone call. That's just my thought. Maybe there was a reason she was crying wolf, but whatever. Anyway, so that's the ending. I'm extremely exhausted, and I am going to get out of here. I'm going to go eat and rest. I have the rest of the general predictions. They will be uploading also. Please go ahead and hit share on whatever you would like. Like this video if possible, please, especially if it aligns and resonates. Don't forget to subscribe. And also, if you want, you can click that bell so you can receive all my notifications. You won't miss a thing here. I probably am not going to post much about this video. I don't like that that's the result of that. I absolutely don't want to be right about that. That tarot prediction makes me very uncomfortable and sick to my stomach. So thank you again for coming in. Thank you so much we have 250,000 views as of yesterday. And then as far as a subscriber count, yesterday it was 2,169 subscribers. So that's super exciting. But other than that, check out Hangman Tarot on YouTube, as well as checking out the member button. Go click it. Click that button. You'll get incentives and perks because you paid for it. You paid to be a member and to be better than everybody, darling. You get all the lives first, and you'll get like certain tarot readings first. Just go check it out. All right, I'm going to get out of here. My condolences and my truest, most positive energy, all the way to this girl. I really am on your side. I'm rooting for you, Gabbie, Hanna. I hope that, things are going to get better. If at all chances are you hear this reading, give me a call, or you can always check in and email me, anybody in need of anything. Let me know. I'm not rich, so don't ask for money. All right, I got to get out of here. Goodbye.